So the Kirkland Ball, $27.99 for 2 dozen golf balls. A budget golf ball that apparently is garbage. Well, that's what the internet would tell you. V1 was phenomenal. V2, V3, awful, awful, awful. V3, absolutely roasted by every reviewer, tester on the internet. But this is like V3.5, and MyGolfSpy, the most vocal hater of the newest versions of the Kirkland Ball, have made some kind of clickbaity posts on socials that the Kirkland Ball is back and it can compete with the Pro V1. So I had to find out for myself. Luckily, I'm a Costco member. I saw these sitting on the shelf. I grabbed them for $28 and I tested them. And in today's video, I'm going to see if this golf ball can hang with the Pro V1 and see if what MyGolfSpy discovered is claiming is true or not. So let's get into it. So this is going to be a fun one because A, I've never used a Kirkland golf ball in my life, and B, I haven't used a Pro V1 since 2011. I play a TP5X, I have no dog in the fight. I'm not trying to prove anything. MyGolfSpy, the article's linked below. You can read the article. It's a bit of a tease for their ball testing that's coming out, but the posts lead you to believe that this ball is a Pro V1 killer. But if you read the article, I don't think the article and the testing meets the billing of their social posts. But let's just dive into my testing. I started with wedge. 15 counting shots at 85 miles per hour of club speed. When I'm testing balls, it's all about club speed. I'm just trying to hit shots at the same speed to see what the ball does. Not trying to hit a yardage, not trying to hit anything other than that. To get 15 counters, probably took about 20, 22, 25 shots with both balls. And see all the data here. You go into the Pro V1, then we compare them head to head. The flight is pretty similar. The trajectory is similar. Wasn't really noticing much difference in the data. The dispersion of the Pro V1 is tighter, that's for sure. But then when we look at the numbers head to head, the carry is about the same. The ball speed, just about the same. The Pro V1 is spinning a little bit less. Apex on the Pro V is a little bit higher. The launch is about the same. The big thing that was different was the Kirkland felt a lot harder. In all these shots that I hit, it just felt harder off the face, a little clankier, a little less responsive. The Pro V1 definitely felt softer off the face, but that also translates to Pro V1 got scuffed up, like 25-ish wedge shots. It chewed this ball up. The Kirkland? Nah. The Kirkland looks pretty stinking new after all of the shots I hit, so especially the wedges, because even with the Pro V1, like the ball cover was on the wedge space. That didn't happen with the Kirkland. So it's a firmer feeling ball, but numbers-wise, it was pretty much the same. And that's exactly what MyGolfSpy got in their robot testing with cool clubs. Not a whole lot of difference. So it's one thing to get all of the numbers and data, but we play golf on the golf course. And a ball on and around the greens, that's really important to us. So I took the Kirkland ball out to the golf course, hit some pitches, chips, bunker shots, putts, and let's see if that firmer feel translated out there to maybe a lack of performance, or did it just perform as a performance ball should.
This is a shot. I've got a very nice fluffy lie here, a lot of green to work with. I can be very aggressive. I want to land this pretty close to the hole and have it stop pretty fast. Greens are softer, longer, so let's see how this performs. It felt good off the face. Didn't feel clanky. Felt pretty nice. Again, I've got a really good lie. This is something I'm really trying to see. Can I execute? How does this ball perform? That felt pretty firm. Yeah. Weird bounce, but it did what it should have done. Let's go down the hill now and see if we can put some stop on it. Yeah. I mean, that felt like a regular, like that felt no different than a golf ball I would play. That was a bad shot. I mean, that one was super soft and buttery. It was a bad shot, but the ball really landed soft. This is the spin test here. Longer bunker shot. Bunkers are still wet, it's morning time. Good. That felt good through the ball. Like the ball did what it should do. Hit that one a little heavier, so it's out of frame. It released how it should for just taking more sand. That's got stop. Yeah, It's pretty decent. We still have a little bit of the morning dew, so it's a little bit harder to really nip this, but let's see if we can hit this kind of driving 60-yarder with some spin. Oh, or 70 yards. Yeah, that didn't really stop. Hit it a little hard, but that didn't really stop. A little far, but again, feel like it's a little firm for this shot. Yeah, a little firm off the face because those are all struck pretty well. First one was just far, but they released 8 to 12 feet, but I would anticipate those releasing 4 to 6 feet, maybe less. But pretty good. So it felt pretty good around the greens. Now let's see how it feels off the putter face. Again, I think if I wasn't looking or if it was unmarked, it'd be harder to know what kind of golf ball it is. It doesn't feel like a TP5X that I use. Probably doesn't feel exactly like a Pro V1, but it doesn't feel like a $27.99 for 2 dozen golf ball. Like it feels responsive enough. Like that second one I hit off the center of the face, the first one I hit off the heel, and I could feel the difference. So the feel of the ball translates to the location of the strike that was off the toe, and it felt different. So it's not like it's a dead feeling golf ball. It feels pretty good. Let's see when we hit a long one. I mean, it feels totally fine. Definitely passing grades with the feel off the putter face because it doesn't feel too soft or too hard. I know the compression is in the high 90s, but it doesn't feel like a range ball. But it also doesn't feel like a value ball where they make the cover really soft so that it actually feels kind of like a marshmallow. It feels pretty solid.
A little firmer on the chips, the pitches. Didn't necessarily feel off-putting, but it's not what I would like. It's a little firmer off the wedge face. Fine off the putter. Didn't feel firm off the putter. Felt good. Just not my favorite feel on and around the greens. But performance-wise, it's still pretty solid. So going into the 7-iron, I'm just hitting shots. I started with the Pro V, and I'm getting a determination of what a smooth club head speed is for me. And this day was 92 miles an hour club head speed. I got 12 counters with each ball. First and foremost, though, with the 7-iron, the balls felt the same. I know it felt firmer with the wedge. With 7-iron, I couldn't tell a difference whatsoever. Could have been the same ball. The feel is the same. So 12 counters. The dispersion of the Kirkland was actually tighter. The Kirkland flight I actually like more when we look at them all head to head. But then when we look at numbers, Pro V flies a yard further, a touch more ball speed. The Kirkland spins a little bit more, goes a little bit lower. So that can maybe be why it's flying a yard and a half less. Just a little bit more spin, a little bit lower flight. It's coming down to the ground a little bit sooner. There, again, is not a lot of difference. One necessarily wasn't better or worse than the other for me. Numbers are pretty solid right across the board with 7-iron. So just interesting, impressive, just cool stuff. So going into driver, I was going for 118 miles an hour club head speed on average. I have 12 counters again. This probably took 22-ish shots because I'm trying to get a lot of data for you. But obviously, I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. You can't just input swing at the same speed every time and hit it well at the same speed every time. The one thing I did notice, again, feel indistinguishable, but the miss was worse with the Pro V than with the Kirkland. Because when we look at the numbers head to head, not a lot of difference. And I'm not aware of the end results while I'm doing this. I'm looking at club head speed and if I struck it well. That's about it. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care. Numbers are roughly the same. Ball speed's about the same. The Pro V spins a little bit less. Apex was more. So that's what I was noticing. So it spins less on good ones on average, but the Apex was higher. So the bad one that had more spin was even higher. The Kirkland, pretty solid. Again, there's not a lot of difference here. And if we look at the dispersion of the two, not amazing. I wouldn't play either of these balls because they're just not, they don't match well to me, especially off the tee. but the Kirkland hangs. And in my MyGolfSpy's testing, they noticed just a margin, a little bit more distance and carry with driver with the Kirkland. So you can see the refinements they've made to this like V3.5 that make it, they wanted it to be longer off the tee. And MyGolfSpy saw that. And I didn't really see it, but I didn't see it really fall off. There's not a lot of difference. And MyGolfSpy discovered that. And they roasted the version 3 before this, like the one that doesn't have the hollow arrows. They roasted it. They gave it terrible scores. They gave it a 45, whatever that means. And they said that was generous because there was like sizing issues. And then they cut them open, different cores. I'm not measuring these golf balls, but like the quality control of this ball got really, really bad. And I experienced that with the driver. People love the Kirkland driver. They want to think it's cool. Mine was a dud. Mine had loose stuff in it after 10 shots. Mine was not good. The quality of my Kirkland driver that I bought and tested, I would call garbage. The quality of this, we see it's durable, a little firmer feeling, performs really well. So like, what's the conclusion? What's the takeaway? These are like $1-ish a ball. These are just under $4 a ball. This performs pretty damn close to this. It's interesting and fascinating stuff. And obviously you have a lot of marketing, pedigree, history behind this. You have like inconsistencies behind this. So which ball are you going to go with? Neither golf ball are for me. I wouldn't play either, but I wouldn't tell people to not play this. The last one, after what I learned, like my brother plays the Kirkland ball and I told him it's garbage. Don't play it. You shouldn't play it. I wouldn't say that about this golf ball. This golf ball is pretty impressive for what you have to pay for it. And the data is there. The proof is in the pudding in MyGolfSpy's testing. And probably in a lot of YouTube videos to come, a lot of people are going to be testing this ball head to head with this and seeing that they're very, very close in performance. So let me know, have you got your hands on the newer one? I think it came out like 2-3 months ago. Or would you never even play a Kirkland ball if your life depended on it? Sound off in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.